Today I am making the easiest quilt anyone can do, even if you've never quilted a day in your life. If you've ever asked yourself, what should be my first quilt? Well, this one. And if you're an experienced quilter, you will love making this stunning but effortless quilt too. This one is going to be real special. I cannot wait. So what exactly makes this quilt perfect for beginners? Well, for one thing, we're using pre-cuts. I've got this jam pack right here, and this is perfect for the project I have in mind. Because these fabrics are so lovely, I am telling you, I could just sew these squares together and be done with it. I love a good rainbow quilt. But that's not what we're doing here, because I also promised stunning, and I meant it. Now, executive decision, I'm removing these. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do not know what to do with brown fabric, and beige even less so. Plus, I won't need them. And then there's the pattern, which I'm pretty sure is even easier than just sewing squares together actually. For one thing, you won't need to nest any sort of seams, so there you go. It's completely free flow, and the hardest thing about this whole quilt may just be what we're doing right now, cutting our charm pack squares in half. Because all we need to do next is sew all of these little pieces together in one big jelly roll strip. I didn't really organize them other than making sure that the same fabrics do not touch. That is the only rule we've got going on here. I'm already loving the contrast, and we have 34 cute rectangles right here, more than we'll need actually. I have to say, I'm a very creative person who gets bored really easily. I sew, I paint, I write, and now I'm even doing those DIY doll houses, you know, the small ones, you know, oh, so cute. But anyways, I need some diversity in the way I express myself and my creativity, but I have to say, nothing gives me a sense of accomplishment quite like quilting, particularly if it's a scrappy quilt. You know, to turn a bunch of scraps most people will just throw away and turn it into something gorgeous, a one-of-a-kind quilt. I can't even put into words how that makes me feel. It is the best feeling ever. Next, we want to cut 3 more strips, except we want these to be mismatched. We're making a brick wall quilt, so as any brick wall, the first row looks like this. The second needs to start at half a brick, so let's go ahead and measure it, remembering to include the 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I know everything I've said here could be said for any DIY crafty hobby, but quilts, you know, they just have that little extra magic of having a really great purpose. Quilts warm, they comfort, they make you feel nice and snuggly, which makes them my #1 go-to gift for anyone I appreciate, really. For me, gifting a quilt I have made, you know, a one-of-a-kind quilt is kind of my love language. Do you know what I mean? Okay, time to puzzle. We already know the fabrics work well together. That's one of the best parts about using pre-cuts. We also need to make extra sure no same fabrics are anywhere near each other. I'm loving how this looks. Time to make a quilt sandwich. And I know this is pretty tiny as far as quilts go, and this is actually my brand new sewing machine mat. I've been meaning to make one of these for a while, and I didn't start out to make one, but the more I look at it, the more I think I would love to have it with me every time I sew. So Decision made. We cut a piece of batting that's like half an inch bigger than the quilt top and a piece of backing fabric that's at least 1 inch larger than the batting. And that's because we're doing some quilt as you go. It will save us time and effort because it allows us to skip a couple of steps. We center our batting and our backing fabric. Then we place the first strip like half an inch away from the batting edges. Then we place a second strip on top of that one, right sides together. We pin and we sew. And this is what we get. Easy peasy, right? Let's do this to all the strips. With this very simple method, we are quilting as we are adding the strips. The name is a dead giveaway, right? It saves us all the hassle of sewing the top together, then making the sandwich, then basting, then quilting, etc., etc. And anyone can do this, right? Just look at this. Okay, time for another big effort saver, self-binding. It means we do not have to cut bias tape, add it to the quilt and sew it on twice. We just take the extra fabric from the back and fold it over twice, once to hide the raw edges and another to cover the edge of the quilt top. We sew as close to the inner edge as we possibly can, being very careful to miter our corners. So we've covered why quilting is good for our mental health and for our overall happiness, but it's also quite the workout, let me tell you. Ask anyone who has ever fed a large quilt through a sewing machine. So there's that. And we are done. And look at this. This is going to look perfect on my lovely desk. But tell me, was this not the perfect first quilt for any beginner to make? Nothing to it as promised. Most importantly, will you give it a go? I hope you will, and I will be right here rooting for you. Guys, thank you for doing this with me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!